Hey there and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Benfica plan to secure signing of Alvaro Fernandez in the next few hours. Benfica are planning to secure the signing of Manchester United left-back Alvaro Fernandez in the next few hours, according to today's edition of Record. The Spanish defender is currently on a season-long loan at Granada from the Red Devils, but the club have the option of breaking the agreement this month. Benfica have been linked with Fernandez on many occasions over the past few weeks, and Record claim that the club have accelerated their transfer pursuit. Signing a new left-back is the main priority for Benfica after purchasing Marcos Leonardo, and they are now preparing their final attack to recruit Fernandez. It's reported that Benfica could close the deal for the 20-year-old in the next few hours. Fernandez was involved for the Red Devils during pre-season, and there were suggestions that he could break into the first team after any injury for Real Malacia. However, that was not the case. United signed Sergio Reguilon from Tottenham Hotspur to fill the void left by Malacia, and they were happy to loan out Fernandez. Reguilon has returned to Spurs after a break clause in his contract was triggered, but manager Eric Tan Haag seems content with the current options at his disposal. Diogo Dalot and Luke Shaw can both operate from the left-back position. Malacia is also not far away from making his long-awaited comeback from his injury. Hence, we won't be surprised if Fernandez leaves. His contract expires in June as things stand. It has been reported that he could be sold for €7 million, but the fee could be less if United want a sell-on clause. In our view, United need to negotiate a sell-on and buyback clause for their graduate. If Benfica decline a buyback option, the club should request a first refusal on a future transfer. Benfica have transformed several emerging talents into potential world beaters. Fernandez, with his good potential, could develop into a key player for the Portuguese champions. United to avoid paying Monaco £7 million when Martial leaves on a free transfer this summer. Manchester United will avoid paying Monaco £7 million when Martial departs Old Trafford on a free transfer this summer, according to talkSPORT. The Frenchman's existing deal with United runs out at the end of the season, meaning he is free to negotiate a pre-contract agreement with any club of his choice. United can also decide to cash in on the out-of-favour star and recoup some of the money they paid to sign him from Monaco 9 years ago. Martial was widely regarded as one of the best youngsters in European football at the time of his move to Old Trafford, so much so that Monaco inserted a Ballon d'Or clause in his deal with United. The original deal cost United £36 million up front, with 3 further payments worth £7.2 million depending on certain conditions. However, only one of the clauses has been met, meaning the overall deal will end up costing United £43.2 million instead of £57.6 million. Martial missed the chance to trigger the first clause when he failed to make 25 appearances in 4 years for the French national team, while the second was dependent on the Frenchman winning the Ballon d'Or. 9 years later, Martial's career at United has been nothing short of a disappointment, one plagued by injuries and inconsistency. United still have the option to extend his stay at the Theatre of Dreams for a further year, but they have decided against activating the clause. Despite United's decision, Martial has no plans to leave the club this month and has decided to remain at Old Trafford, turning down offers from several clubs. Turkish giants Fenerbahce, League One outfit Olympique Marseille, and several Saudi Pro League clubs have approached the 28-year-old about a potential move. However, he rejected their proposal despite being relegated to a second fiddle role under Eric Tan Haag this season. Sevilla closing in on loan move for Man United midfielder Hannibal Mejbri. La Liga strugglers Sevilla are edging closer to finalizing an agreement to snap up Manchester United youngster Hannibal Mejbri on a short-term loan deal, The Athletic reports. Mejbri has struggled for playing time this season, earning a place in Eric Tan Haag's lineup just 10 times across all competitions, chipping in with a goal. Despite his bit part role in Ten Hag's side, United recognize the 20-year-old's potential and have extended his contract, keeping him at Old Trafford until 2025. He is now set to join Sevilla on a temporary basis, and if his spell at the Ramon Sanchez Stadium is successful, the La Liga club will have an option to make a permanent purchase. United stand to make a sizable profit from the Tunisia international, who came through the youth ranks at the club before earning a place in the first team in the summer of 2022. There is also an expectation of the potential permanent deal featuring a buyback option for United, who are determined to retain an element of control over the future of the highly rated prodigy. Mejbri enjoyed a productive stint on loan at Birmingham City last season, notching a goal and 6 assists in 41 appearances across all competitions. His performances for the championship side were enough to convince Ten Hag to keep him in the squad. However, Kobbie Mainoo's emergence scuppered his chances of a permanent place in the team. The move to Sevilla will give Mejbri the chance to realize his potential and develop into a top-quality midfielder if he can get enough games and minutes on the pitch. Everton had attempted to hijack Sevilla's move for the midfielder, but the proposal from the La Liga outfit is considered the more favourable to United and the player. Manchester United sent best wishes to Jadon Sancho ahead of Borussia Dortmund reunion. Manchester United's announcement of Jadon Sancho's loan switch to former club Borussia Dortmund is a fitting end to a rather disappointing story of the English forward at Old Trafford. Frozen out of the first squad since mid-September and forced to train with the academy players following a public altercation with manager Eric Tan Haag, the 23-year-old has spent the season on the fringes. His January departure was always a matter of formality, but after his epic downfall, suitors weren't particularly excited about racing for his signature. Only 2.5 years back, Man United bragged about their ability to bargain Dortmund down to £73 million from an initial 9-figure valuation when their long-standing pursuit of Sancho finally came to fruition. Little did the theater of dreams power brokers know they would splash out such a ridiculous sum on another player unworthy of wearing the coveted red shirt. In a case similar to Paul Pogba, Angel Di Maria, Alexis Sanchez and others, the Red Devils went to great lengths to bring the winger to Manchester, only to witness another embarrassing fall from grace. Sancho has racked up 82 appearances for United across all competitions, tallying a mere 12 goals and 6 assists, and forming part of Ten Hag's squad that won the League Cup last February. Being part of the group was the ex-Manchester City Youth Academy graduate's standout achievement in an otherwise nightmarish spell at Man United. On an individual level, Sancho has never reached the promised heights in the Premier League, falling well short of expectations and his monstrous price tag. It's time for him to return to his old stomping grounds in a last-ditch attempt to turn his fortunes around, with Man United sending their best wishes. Man United manager Eric Tan Haag eyeing reunion with Ajax striker Brian Broy. Manchester United manager Eric Tan Haag is eyeing a reunion with Ajax striker Brian Broy, according to Mirror. The 21-year-old was fancied to reunite with Tan Haag at Old Trafford in the summer of 2022, but he rejected the proposal to rejoin Ajax from Leipzig. Broby has since made 34 goal contributions for the Eredivisie Giants in all competitions, Out of those, 16 have come in the current campaign from 24 games. It's now reported that Tan Haag remains interested in signing Broby, but an approach could be put on hold until the summer due to the lack of transfer funds. Broby has been earmarked as a potential replacement for Anthony Martial, who is expected to leave the club when his contract expires at the end of June. The Red Devils signed Lisandro Martinez and Anthony from Ajax in the summer of 2022. Martinez has proved a good purchase, but the same can't be said about Anthony. The club had the opportunity to sign the Brazilian for 60 million euros in June that year, but they ended up agreeing a deal worth 100 million euros for him before the transfer deadline. Ajax made the most of Ten Hag's desire to land Anthony, and United gave into their demands. In our view, the Red Devils must avoid another repeat with Broby. The Dutch striker had a good time under Ten Hag, scoring 7 goals in 12 league games in 2022. He has yet to become a potent goal scorer, but has traits that would suit United. He has a tireless work rate, can link up play, and is strong in the air despite being 180 cm. Broby could be seen as an ideal deputy and competitor to Rasmus Højlund, but United should avoid being held to ransom by Ajax. A deal should be agreed for not more than 40 million euros. Anything more, United should walk away from negotiations with the Amsterdam outfit. Fabrizio Romano claims Paulo Dybalas' wages are too high for Manchester United to make a move this January. Fabrizio Romano has explained that the situation is quite around Paulo Dybala and Manchester United due to the player's high wage demands. Speaking to Give Me Sport, the transfer expert claimed that despite Dybala's small release clause, Premier League clubs, including the Red Devils, are reluctant to do a deal. Romano said the following: Paulo Dybala has a really big salary. Many clubs are tempted by the possibility, but his salary is also an important part of the story for someone who is a super technical player. Give Me Sport claimed that the Argentine is on £137,000 a week, which does not seem extravagant for a forward who has played at the highest level for many years. However, it perhaps speaks to the dire financial situation United and most Premier League clubs feel they are in due to FFP restrictions. The Italian journalist has another theory as to why the Man United side may not be too interested in bringing in the Roma attacker. It's clear that United need help in attack as they have struggled for goals all season, especially in domestic competitions. Rasmus Højlund has found it tough to lead the line and was singled out for criticism by Pounded Roy Keane for his wastefulness in front of goal in the recent FA Cup victory. The Italian transfer guru argued, "You have to find the right position for him. For example, at Roma, he is perfect to play next to Romelu Lukaku, but he is probably not exactly what Manchester United need in their system. I think that's why the situation is still a bit quiet when it comes to Paulo Dybala." A major critic of United's transfer business of late is that the club targets big names rather than players who necessarily fit the profile of the team and position they are looking for. This has been seen in the chasing of Frankie de Jong all summer in 2022 to then go and sign a completely different profile of player in Casemiro. Maybe, just maybe, the club is learning from previous mistakes and Ineos are heralding in a new era. Man United identify ideal transfer to replace Anthony, but could face Arsenal competition. Manchester United are reportedly showing an interest in the potential transfer of Crystal Palace star Michael Olise as a replacement for the struggling Anthony. Anthony has proven a major flop since joining Man United from Ajax last season, and it's no surprise to see that the Red Devils now have concerns over their options on that right-hand side. This is according to Sportslance, with the reporter Dean Jones explaining that United are showing serious interest in Olise though the highly rated 22-year-old is also wanted by the likes of Arsenal after his eye-catching form in the Premier League. The Frenchman could be ideal to help United improve next season and might be less of a gamble than the signing of Antony proved to be, as he is already proven himself in the Premier League. While Antony looked an exciting talent during his time in the Eredivisie, it's proven a big step up for him in English football, and one imagines Man United will surely look for an upgrade soon. Ollis could also be a fine fit for Arsenal, though it's less obvious where he'd fit in there, as Bukayo Saka has made that spot on the right of the Gunners' attack his own for the foreseeable future. Arsenal join race to sign Manchester United striker target. Arsenal have reportedly joined the race to sign Bologna striker and reported Manchester United target Joshua Zirkzee. A previous report covered by the People's Person relied that Zirkzee has climbed to the top of United's January transfer wish list. It's understood that Eric Tan Haag is keen on bolstering his options in the attacking department. Bologna Marco Di Vaio recently opened up on the mounting interest in Zirkzee from parties such as United. He explained that the goal scorer is unlikely to leave the Serie A outfit in January, and overtures from rivals will not be tolerated or considered. Di Vaio also confirmed that Bayern, who sold Zirkzee to Bologna in 2022, have a release clause of €40 million contained in the player's contract. According to the Telegraph, Arsenal are weighing up a move for the 22-year-old as confidence in landing number one target Ivan Toney fades. It's understood that Mikel Arteta, like Ten Hag, wants to secure the services of another talisman. The likes of Antony and Victor Osimhen, who are on the Gunners' radar, are proving too expensive. Arsenal are also keen not to breach financial fair play rules. It's for these reasons that the North London club have turned their attention to Zirkzee. Bologna are said to want a £50 million fee to part with their star. Zirkzee has registered 7 goals this season in Italy's top flight. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.